about. Integrates with CCK and views, so you can add all of the standard Drupal features that you're probably used to adding in some of the advanced sites there, and come back and then pull that data. Gives you a nice advanced reporting system for coming back and seeing who's taken the test, how well they're doing, how well they did, how well the class is done as a whole. And again, this module is extremely complex. I could probably spend a day just going through and showing you some of the features of it specifically, but I definitely just wanted to at least highlight and present it to you. It's definitely going to be something more niche, obviously, than some of the other things where you're not going to use it all the time. But for the niche that it serves, it's probably one of the most well-built and thought-out modules that I found. And then I've got a couple of bonus modules here that I'm just going to highlight. I've done this talk a couple of times, and it seems to that the 9 or 10 that I was doing weren't nearly enough. So let's just look at a couple more that probably are a little bit more focused on actually the users and the people who are using your site on a day in, day out basis. And that is vertical tabs. If you've taken a look at Acquia Commons at all, and some of the newer distributions, they'll actually have this installed by default. And basically what it does is it will give you the, take a look here and show you. So if you're used to inputting your basic data in, your title, your body, and then you have all of these fields that show up at the bottom that you have to add one at a time. Well, what you have is the capability now of limiting the space that occupies, and some of those things that the user don't necessarily need to have are going to go away. So you can see that this makes for nice functionality. It compresses some of that page instead of being this long form that goes on forever. And the users that know that they're going to need to fill this out will. Otherwise, they can just kind of blaze through it. Yeah, I'm sorry. Do you have a question? Was it? Oh. Okay. So yeah, this is a like I said, Acquia, and I know in their Commons distribution they're actually using this. And you can check it out there if you haven't seen it. Username originality AJAX check. So this is when I was talking earlier about the username and password and the uniqueness there. A lot of times when we register on sites, we've kind of got this, hey, I've got this username that I like to use, and we use them on all the sites, and you want to have your username when you go to a site. But with Drupal, if that name happens to be taken on a very popular site, you're going to have to go submit and then come back and then try it again, and unfortunately, that's not very fun and it's pretty tedious. So this basically takes that away. Now a user can come to the site, they can start to type it in, and then manually check and see, or the system will automatically, as soon as they check, move on to another field, it will let them know if that username is going to be accepted. So you're not stuck with okay, I got to refresh, and keep coming back and trying it out there. Automatic node titles. Automatic node titles is basically a way to, it works with CCK fields, and so basically you can come back and take, and even tokens, any token throughout the website actually, you can take those tokens and then plug them back in as part of the actual title that's generated for that piece of content. So again, on a site that's going to have public user input, you may not want them to always be able to fill that out. You may want to provide pieces of it, or just limit that completely, where the title is generated on certain data that you've collected from them. It may not be information that you're putting public, let's say. I'll give you an example of a version that, again, this will be public type data, but at least give you an example here of what I'm talking about. So let's just say you have these